What's up, y'all? We up out of there. This is day 22. Posting every day on here, trying to get monetized, trying to inspire, trying to motivate. Just showing y'all my everyday life, showing y'all the struggles, the ups and downs, the ins and outs, everything that comes along with it. As you can see, we outside. We outside with it. Guys, we just got off from work. We got in at 4. There was a slight debacle. I'm not sure what happened. I'm gonna leave it up to it was a mistake. But we don't know. But the debacle was that I got someone else's side work. I should have been on beverage, which is pretty quick and easy, but instead I was on the posi stations, which is a pain in the ass. Pain in the ass. So yeah, it took forever. You gotta polish all the silverware, plus we gotta bring out the B&B plates. If you're a server, if you know. It's just a pain, man. And it's constantly being depleted because, people are on the posi station and, the buses are using the silverware, the people are using the plates. There's receipt papers that are constantly being printed out. It's like never-ending story. Make a long story short. But nevertheless, we up out of there. We chilling. And I just wanted to tap in with y'all. Let y'all know that I survived another day. And we made about 150, man. It was not, hella busy, but it was busy enough. We did make 150. That's better than nothing. So I'm gonna just add that to the pile. Praise God. So yeah, guys, like I said, for those people that are just tuning in, just getting acquainted with me, my name is Iapo, and I just moved from Detroit. Well, not Detroit, but Michigan. I was outside of Detroit for a little while, and I'm 40 years old, and right now I'm doing a little serving, trying to make this money, and just out here showing y'all what my daily life is. The goal is to get monetized. That was the original reason why I started this channel, was to get monetized on YouTube within 30 days. I've always kind of wanted to, get on YouTube. I just never knew exactly what I wanted to do. So now there's this craze going of people that are getting monetized within 30 days, or at least trying to, because apparently YouTube, the algorithm is pushing new creators to out to the masses. New creators are creators that are kind of underdeveloped. So I said, hey, why not? I've been watching people that have been really pushing everybody. DoDash, Dante London, and I don't know, it was just kind of like a sign. Dante London is from Pontiac, Michigan, just a hop, skip, and a jump outside of Detroit. They call it Yak Town. If you didn't know, now you know. And DoDash, she's from, I don't know where she's from exactly, actually, but I know she's living in Dallas currently. I don't know. But I felt like it was a sign, it was a sign. I'm in a place in my life where I'm trying to make changes and boost myself and make new steps, things that I might have been kind of afraid of doing or kind of apprehensive about. I'm not anymore. or at least I'm trying to push myself into those uncomfortable places. Those uncomfortable places is where they say you grow. And I do agree, because I've grown a lot. This servant job is something that I normally wouldn't do, because, you know, it's kind of uncomfortable. It's kind of against the beaten path. You know, before this, I was a shredded guy. If y'all got like businesses and everything out there where you guys have like important documents that get shredded, and there's a guy that comes in and opens up your little box and takes all your HIPAA files or whatever the case may be and shreds them, that was me. And before that, I was a kitchen exhaust cleaner. And if you don't know what that is, you go into the restaurants and you clean the kitchen exhaust. So if you have like a hood over even like your stove at home, just think about what's inside of a big restaurant. It's a huge one. So a lot of time there'd be like enclosed spaces where we would enter the ductwork, and we would even crawl inside the ductwork and spray degreaser, or use a power washer, use a vacuum, you know, and clean all that grease out of it. I know, dirty job, but somebody got to do it. And honestly, it wasn't the worst job. I'm sure there's worse jobs, you know. A lot of people got a more difficult job than I think that is. Like, you know, the police officers out there, they got a really difficult job, you know. They out there getting shot at, you know, life and death situations. You know, their family members are worried about them coming home the next day and stuff like that. You know, it can be very terrifying. Firefighters, like, that's a tough job, you know. So with that being said, guys, that was one of the jobs I did before that. And it just goes on. The list goes on. You know, I've worked in a furniture store. I've worked in a pet store. I've worked in the kitchen. I've been a cook before. I worked in an Italian restaurant, and I also worked in a place called BJ's Brewery, which in that place I even cleaned the beer lines. I learned how to clean the food and beverage. I was a food and beverage associate, so I cleaned all the beer taps, flushed the lines out from all the way from the cooler where the taps hook up to the kegs and everything, switched the kegs out. I learned all that stuff in there, you know. So kind of jack of all trades, you know. You put it in front of me and teach me how to do it, and I'll learn how to do it and do it, you know. So, you know, I try new things. It's just, you know, sometimes I have to wrap my head around trying something new. But nevertheless, guys, the list goes on and on. You know, I would bore you all day, you know, unless you guys want to hear it. You know, if you want to hear it, I'll let you know about it. But the point of the story is, you know, I'm here in Dallas, and this is what I'm doing right now, because the shredded job that I had wasn't legit. I worked for them for a while, but I think they were pretty upset that I was actually leaving, because I was one of their top employees there. And when they were supposed to facilitate the move, the transfer rather, they literally did not reach out to the people down here when they were supposed to. So it is what it is, you know. I take that as a sign from God. You know, some people have to be pushed out the nest, and sometimes I feel like that's me. And currently I've been pushed out the nest. So, but guys, that don't stop you, man. You have to pick up another hustle. You learn one thing, you can learn another. You know, so if you're struggling through life, you know, you finding difficult places in your life where you think that you need an extra boost of confidence, that's what I'm here for. You know, I'm showing you guys that if I can do it, you can do it. We know different. I'm just a cog in the chain, or whatever that, a link in the chain. So yeah, so today was a pretty good day, man. I kept the vibes extremely high, and that's a choice, you know. It's a choice to keep the vibes high. You know, a lot of people are struggling through different situations in their life where it's kind of difficult for them to smile, you know. It's kind of difficult for them to smile. And I understand that, you know, that happens to me from day to day. So if you're finding it difficult to smile, like I said, you just got to make a choice, you know? It's a choice. There's a lady called Tabitha Brown, and Tabitha Brown, she teaches, and I say she teaches because, you know, when you hear, let me put this backpack down. When you hear her speak, she's not just talking, she's teaching you. And she's teaching you that basically when there's a will, there's a way. And also you have to inject that type of situation into your everyday life, you know? You ever have someone walk into a room and, you know, they got an attitude, and then for some reason you catch an attitude back? Or have you ever had somebody that walked into a room and they might have the most beautiful smile, the most beautiful presence, just graceful, you know, elegant, and just kind and generous, you know? I remember we had back in school, we had this, man, this is crazy that I remember this. I think this was in maybe, geez, this had to be like 2nd or 3rd grade. We had a teacher, this was like the librarian at our school, right? But she would like, you would go in there for like an hour out of the day, you know, read books or whatever the case may be. But her name was Miss Potts, and she was the sweetest, kindest person. You know, she just had this elegant voice. She wasn't loud, she wasn't obnoxious, she wasn't mean, she was just kind and sweet. And that shifts your whole mood. That energy is like wildfire, you know, and you just wanted to be around her, you wanted to soak that up, you just wanted to be influenced by that. And that's the type of energy, that's the type of kindness, that grace, that joy that she brought to the party. That's the type of energy that, you know, I want to be about in my own way. And that's not me saying that I've always been that way. And that's not me saying that I'm like that on every day. But that's me saying that I know the difference. And I'm sure she wasn't having a great day every day. But I know that she never showed us anything different. So Tabitha Brown teaches us that it's a choice. Joy is a choice. She spoke about how people are always like, man, you're always so happy, you're always so positive, why are you so happy? She said, because I choose to be. Hey, this is a choice. This is a choice, you know? And I know sometimes it's difficult to smile. I know sometimes it's difficult to be joyful. But the alternative is misery. The alternative is hatefulness. The alternative is unhappiness. The alternative is sadness, guys. That's the alternative. And with those alternatives, if you bring those to the party and you inject those into the room, guess what you do? That spreads like wildfire too. So guys, if you're spreading fires or putting them out, there's a difference. There's a huge difference. So I want y'all to think about that. Like, what type of energy are you bringing to the party? Because you can only complain about the results if you're not a part of them. And honestly, complaining don't change anything. You just got it out there. So think about that, guys. Make those choices daily. Make those choices to move towards your destiny. Because we all don't know what our destiny is. We just have a limited time on this earth, and we try to, or at least I try to, and I think everybody else should try to be the best version of themselves. not only for themselves, but for everybody else. Like, what legacy are you leaving behind? What type of energy are you injecting into the room? Do you want it to be poisonous, toxic, or do you want to be joyful, happy, peaceful, kindness, generosity, love? Like, hatefulness is disgusting, you know? And like I say, once again, for everybody out there watching, the naysayers, hello, hi, how you doing, naysayer? That ain't always me. But guess what? I'm making choices. I'm making choices. So I try to make the right ones. And every day is a growth opportunity. So with me, while I'm growing, there's nothing more that I want to do than grow. That's why I'm here in Dallas right now. I want to grow. I want to grow like a seed. You see that? That crazy. But anyway, guys, it's a choice, man. You gotta make those right choices. It's a choice to be happy. It's a choice to be sad. I know sometimes it is difficult, but you definitely want to make the right choices. Inject that positivity into the room and let everybody hear it. Let everybody hear your joy. Let everybody see your joy. You know, tell them about it. Tell them about themselves and uplift people. Tell people how special they are. You know, when you see somebody that's doing something against the beaten path, being joyful, being happy, you see that, tell them, like, thank you. Thank you for being so joyful. Thank you for being happy. Thank you, guys. And if it's somebody being negative, you don't necessarily have to tell them they're negative, but you can provide an alternative for them. You know, you can let them know, like, hey, this is what I do. And that's what I try to do. I let people know that, hey, I'm human too. I'm not saying that I don't struggle with those choices daily throughout the day. But I'm also saying that within that struggle, I choose. More so now than ever. This wasn't the younger me. You know, I was working towards this. I've been growing towards this for a long time. But the younger me was a lot more hot-headed, a lot more unstable, a lot less clear. So we gotta grow. We gotta go through some things to grow to some things. You gotta go through some things to grow into some things. So guys, if you're growing, I applaud you. If you're going through some things, you got this. But the choice is yours how you want to go through it. The choice is yours. Like, make those conscious decisions, guys. And that's all love. Just be loving, be joyful, be happy. You know, you got a lot to be happy about. You got a lot to experience. You got a lot to be happy about. This isn't no mistake that we're here on this earth. It's no mistake that I'm here talking to you guys now. So, like I said, guys, this is day 22 of trying to get monetized on YouTube. And it will happen, because I'm not stopping, y'all. I'm not stopping. This might take 3 years. This might take 2 more months. I don't know, man. I'm gaining new subscribers every day. You know, people need to hear this. Y'all need to hear this. Y'all need to hear how amazing y'all are. Y'all need to hear how these choices will affect y'all lives. Y'all need to know that I'm human just like you, and I'm not perfect, and I'm not preaching perfection. What I'm preaching, or what I'm teaching, is just a different perspective, and showing you how a young man from the inner city of Detroit, which didn't have a whole lot of positive examples in front of him, is choosing to be a positive example for everybody that's willing to listen and everybody that needs it. So if this motivates you, hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and if you feel so guys, if this motivates you, I want you guys to like, comment, subscribe, share this bad boy, is what I meant to say. And also, if you feel froggy, I need y'all to jump on that lily pad we call the notification button, because there will be a new video every day for at least the next 8 days. And guys, there may be more. If I got something to say, I'm getting on here, and that's all there is to it. And it can't nobody stop me now. Can't nobody stop me. Naysayers, you can't stop me. I am on fire. I'm about to tell everybody that'll listen. I am on my path, and can't nobody stop me. So if y'all feel me on that, drop a comment below, say I feel you. Drop some fire emojis down below, say I feel you. Say I feel you, bro. Subscribe to this page so y'all feel me, because we are not stopping. Anybody that need this battery pack in their back, I'm putting this battery juice in your battery. So guys, I love y'all. Peace, love, and tune back in tomorrow, or maybe later on. We don't know how it may go. I might hit y'all up with another one later on. But I love y'all. Peace.